What's happening, Pruvit promoters? This video is to talk about mixers. It's one of the absolute coolest, fastest ways to get pure therapeutic ketones into the hands of the people that you love and care about. So, what's a mixer and why are they so important?
So, one of the really neat things, when I got introduced to the keto conversation, I didn't know what it was. Texted 3 or 4 friends, hey, what do you know about ketones or ketosis? What do you know about ketones or ketosis? What do you know about ketones or ketosis? None of us did. So, no joke, a mixer sort of just happened out of thin air because it made natural sense to get together, talk about it. Well, what did we do? We shared our experiences, we drank samples, 3 people turned into 6 people, which turned into 30 people, and it just started expanding. So a mixer to me is really just a collection of people. It might be 2 people or 22 people. It's irrelevant how many show up. It's irrelevant where you do it. My very first mixers, because I lived in an apartment when I got started in Pruvit, my very first mixers that I was ever a part of were at a local hotel in the lobby with 3 of us.
Perfect.
For real. The purpose of the mixer was to meet,
It's
like for real, it's just hang out. Create relationships, start to experience the community, which at that time the community wasn't really established yet. We built it.
Yeah.
Try the product, just experience ketones. That's what it was. And to get a little bit of an understanding of what it was. Now, approaching 3 years later, we just got done filming a video that's somewhere going to be between 10 and 20 minutes long. We're not quite sure yet because it's not, we just did it. But it's to play the video, shake up samples, share some basic stories, not get into science, not be an expert, create an environment that the person who's a guest, who comes as a guest because you invited them, create an environment that that guest feels like, man, I could do this tomorrow.
Right.
I could invite 5 friends over, we could do this tomorrow. I could play the video, I could shake up samples, I could hand them a magazine, a better magazine, a hack magazine, not only grab the magazine and show it to them. You could maybe have some samples from the experience pack you got.
I mean, you got Dr. Dom, you got Dr. Jacob, I don't know if you saw that page. Dr. Dom, Dr. Jacob, let this magazine do the talking for you at the mixer. But I don't have any magazines.
Do it anyways.
Do it anyways. Let me ask you another question. A lot of people think my house is dirty, I have kids, I don't have a big house, I don't have this, I don't have that.
Your friends know your house is dirty because they've already been there before. Their house is dirtier, who cares?
Right? Invite them anyways. Don't let silly little things stand in the way of massive opportunities to be able to sample pure therapeutic ketones and help somebody pick a flavor. That's the coolest thing.
People say, how do I do a mixer? Start at the top. Give them bang, bang, bang.
Okay, how you do a mixer? Number 1, pick a date. That's very important. Pick a date. Put it on your calendar. I'd say within 5 to 7 days of ordering and starting as a promoter. I don't know what you're...
Dustin's off camera doing that.
I was like, what are you thinking? Okay, so ask me that question again. Give it to, how do we...
5 to 7 days. Do it tomorrow.
Immediately.
Well, they don't... Okay. Ask me, okay, what are the steps?
All right, so give us the skinny. What are the steps of doing a mixer? First of all, you're going to decide that you're going to do a mixer, and then what do you do? Because people always ask, how do I do a mixer?
Yeah, so number 1, pick the date. Pick the date and communicate it with the person who helped you get started. Hey, you just helped me get started yesterday or last week. Guess what? I'm doing a mixer. This is the date of my mixer because here's what I know. When you put it on your calendar, when you start talking about it, it happens. If you just have this elusive idea of oh, someday I'm gonna do a mixer, guess what? Someday never ever comes. So number 1, pick a date. Number 2, make sure that you have product on hand. Either your experience pack has come in or the person who helped you get started, ask them, I'm doing a mixer tomorrow. I know you have several boxes of pure therapeutic ketones. Can I take a couple packs? And when my experience pack comes in, I'm gonna pay you back. So you do not have to wait until your personal product comes in. Get resourceful because everybody's got product around you that's in Pruvit. So grab some packets and get started. Number 2, all you're going to be serving at your mixer is pure therapeutic ketones mixed up. I would have a couple different flavors on hand if that's possible. You do not have to get fancy. This is not a gourmet ketogenic dinner.
It's not your time to be a chef.
Oh.
Again, you want the person who's attending to think to themselves, I can do this. And if you've got this gnarly spread of food, Porsches lined all over the yard, and they're feeling is, oh, I could never do this. Let me know when you're going to have another mansion party or another 5-course keto meal. Then they're not going to do anything.
Release yourself from the idea that you have to, this is a formal dinner party. This is a couple samples of Pure Therapeutic Ketones in Dixie cups that you grabbed at the Piggly Wiggly, and that's it. Don't get super fancy. So you're also going to invite people. Here's my best tip on inviting people. Personal. Make it personal. If I just put on Facebook, hey, everyone in my Facebook community, you're invited to my house tomorrow at 5 p.m. Guess how many people probably come? 0. Because it's not personal. Right. I'm not saying, Michael, I care about you and I want to share Pure Therapeutic Ketones with you. Can you come to my house? I'm not saying, to blast it in a Facebook group invite. Hey, I've invited 3,000 of my Facebook friends to come to my house.
I love all of you.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. But here's what I would do. I would pull out my cell phone. I'm going to pull up my phone and think about, man, who are the 20 people that I'm like, gosh, if I could get Michael and my mom and my sister and my coworker and my brother to come to my house to try Pure Therapeutic Ketones, I think there's a chance I could change their life. So I'm gonna pull up my phone. I'm either gonna call Michael or I'm gonna voice memo him. Maybe it's a Facebook thing, and I'm gonna say, because let me give you a pro tip. You can hear the tone of my voice when I'm talking and I'm excited. If I just send Michael a text to say, hey, can you come to my house at 5 p.m. tomorrow night? He might read this in this really low, like monotone voice, and he's like, what in the world is she talking about? But if I record and I'm like, dude, it's Nat, listen, I just bumped into something extraordinary. Listen, I'm sleeping good, I feel absolutely amazing, I've got crazy energy, I need you to come to my house at 5 p.m. tomorrow. What are you doing? Guess what? He's like, I'm doing nothing, I'll be there at 5 p.m. Because he can hear the tone of my voice. So either talk to people in person, invite them in person, or leave them voice memos where they can hear your voice. And don't do this big blanket inviting. Make it super personal, because that will make a big impact on how many people are showing. Let me give you also one more pro tip. This is my best one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ask your guests to bring something. Hey, I actually ran out of ice. Can you swing by the Piggly Wiggly and grab the bag of ice? He says, yes, I can grab a bag of ice. Guess what? He's not gonna let me down. He's gonna bring a bag of ice. So if you ask all your guests to bring a bag of ice, 20 people come with a bag of ice, like, you're winning. You're winning. So you can ask your guests to grab Dixie cups, grab a bag of ice, whatever works. You can have kids, you can have no kids, you can have the whole family, you can have husbands, you can have it outside, you can have it inside. Here's the reality. It doesn't matter where you have it or how many people come. What matters is you share from the heart. You get them a dose of Pure Therapeutic Ketones, and you go from there. You play the video, right?
I think one of the really key things that you just said is you just do it. Just have the mixer. Decide that you're going to do a mixer. Send out invitations. Have people come over, and don't beat yourself up if 1 shows, 5 shows, 20 shows.
I had one person come to my very first mixer, and it was my neighbor that thought he was coming over to do something else. I'm not sure it's actually a mixer, but like, it doesn't matter. So the coolest thing is, like, we have awesome, amazing businesses. I had one person come to my first mixer. I did mixers before, Dustin, with no one. Like, nobody came, but I didn't get discouraged because I understood the bigger picture of what I was doing. Because here's the reality. People are busy, people do things. Don't get discouraged. Invite people and throw a mixer. Here's what I would also say, the people that don't come to the mixer, because there'll be people, Dustin will say, Nat, I'll be there. Or you're Michael.
She struck, did you see that? She struck me.
It wasn't very violent, it was actually very soft. So Michael texts me at 5:20, my mixer's at 5 o'clock. He texts me at 5:20 and he says, Nat, I'm so sorry. I got held up at work, my car broke down, the tires blew up, I had to take the trash out. I mean, you just can't let the trash pile up, right?
My dog ate my homework.
Oh, whatever it is. Here's the cool thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. Hey dude, no problem. We're having a rocket mixer over here and we missed you. But tomorrow, what time do you eat lunch? I know you're a mortgage broker, you're right down the street from me. What time do you eat lunch tomorrow? Oh, I eat lunch at 1 p.m. Sweet, I'm gonna swing something by for you at 1 p.m. It's gonna change your day. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm gonna do a drive-by mixer where I'm gonna shake up a Pure Therapeutic Ketone and I'm gonna drive it by. I'm not gonna bug him because he's at work. I'm not gonna sit there and talk to him for hours about Pure Therapeutic Ketones. I'm gonna say, hey dude, you missed my mixer. Take this, I'll see you later, drink it. And you let him have an experience. A mixer could be a drive-by, a mixer could be in your home, a mixer could be at the Starbucks. It doesn't matter where it is. What matters is you're getting pure therapeutic ketones into people's bodies so they can start to have their own experience.
I love it. I'll give you one last pro tip and then anything else you have. Don't make it weird.
Oh,
Do normal.
one tip.
Bro.
Don't get weird.
Do normal. Just do normal. Just do you. Your friends know you for who you are. Just be you. If all of a sudden you're in a stinking suit and jacket, it's all officially weird. If your house is normally a disaster and it's clean, it's like, just do you.
Don't have chairs lined up around the TV. Don't be in your suit walking around like a ninny muggins. Like, just
Cotton-headed ninny muggins.
I mean, some of us have a hard time not being weird because weird comes supernatural to some people. But just be cool. Like, have your friends over, be cool, put on some music, make it fun. Like, how else would you, people say like, well, what are the exact words I need to say to invite somebody to my mixer? And I say, how do you normally invite a friend over? Like, say that. How do you normally invite somebody to come over to your Super Bowl party? Say that. How do you normally invite your tired mommy friends with 4 kids to come over and hang out for a little bit? Say that. Like, it's super, super simple if you keep it that way. Follow up with the people that can't make it. Do a drive-by, invite them to your next one. Another pro tip is have another one on the books. If I've got a mixer on Thursday at 5 p.m. and he says, dude, I can't make it, no problem. I have one Saturday at 2, right? It's another opportunity for him to swing by and taste pure therapeutic ketones. So mixers are bomb.com. You got to start doing them if you're not doing them. Another cool pro tip is if he gets started at the mixer,
book one.
Book it. I'm gonna say, dude, I struck you again.
I'm in a fight over here.
So aggressive, so aggressive. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm super excited to welcome you to the team. We got your experience pack in, but guess what? I already have a bunch of Keto Max. What time do you want to do a mixer at your house? I'm gonna bring the Keto Max. Let's go grab your mom, your sister, your friend, your buddy, your bro from down the street. Let's host a mixer at your house.
Love it.
It's the coolest way to start building from mixer to mixer to mixer to mixer. So,
love it. Here's the question. When's your mixer? Just do it. Just bite the bullet. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You'll love it.
just prove it.
That's right. See you at the mixer.